Marshall Sutcliffe here in the Tournament Center. I've got our defending champion at the World Championship, Shahar Shenhar. Shahar, thanks for taking a minute to take a look at your draft. We're going to watch your Khans of Tarkir draft. So let's take a look at your opening pack here, Shahar, and talk to us through real quick about what you're considering. Okay, well, there is one card I'm considering here, and it's Murderous Cut. It's best uncommon in the format. Yeah, Murderous Cut. There's Aerostorm. That's, I guess, the next best card, but yeah, it's very clearly Murderous Cut. So you slam Murderous Cut. Where do you want to go from there? Are you looking to be aggressive? Looking to be a little mid-range? I like black-white warriors, but I could also be Abzan or Sultai. Those are a black deck. One of the best things about that card is that now you can go anywhere. So let's take a look at your second pick here. Sure. And what's under consideration here? I'll get out of the way because I have a feeling it might be on this end. Yeah, Seeker is awesome. There's also Mardu Skull Hunter, Seeker, and I guess Mardu Hateblade. I get if you took a blue or a red card, you can maybe take Swiftwater Cliffs, depending how good that card is. But yeah, Seeker is just much better than Mardu Skull Hunter. I'm just going to take Seeker. So after taking Seeker of the way, first picking a Murderous Cut, where do you want to go now? Are you starting to hone in a little bit more? Black-white tokens, that's where you want to be? Yep. All right, let's take a look at our next one and see what you find out of this pack. So what catches your eye here, Shahar? Like I said, I wanted to be black-white tokens, and here's a token card. I'm not going to take the Windscarred Crag because this is also a red card, and I'd rather just take a red card here. So I'm just going to take the Ponyback Brigade. It's awesome with the Rush of Battles and the Trumpet Blasts. Really powerful morph. Yeah, one of the things we see about Ponyback Brigade as well is that it goes so well into the black-white base deck, which you've sort of set yourself up for. Because you can just splash for it with like 2 lands. Exactly. And not even take that much risk on. Let's take a look at your next pack. Well, what do you like here, Shahar? This one's a little worse than the others. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had Murderous Cut, Seeker, and Ponyback, and so I guess it could still be like some sort of Abzan deck, so I decided to take the Blossoming Sands over the Krumar because I really don't like that card. And if I'm playing Abzan or Black-White Warriors, I'm just not a fan. I could pick it up something similar to that power level a little bit later. So so this is actually a speculative pick for you then, because the Krumar Bondkin is pretty likely to make it in any warrior deck that you're going to run, but the Blossoming Sand says maybe I'll keep my options a little open. Staying a little bit open for Abzan there. Okay, well let's take a look at your next pick and see if things change for you here. What catches your eye here? I see there's a Rush of Battle, a Skull Hunter, even a Bitter Revelation. Yeah, Mardu Skull Hunter is what I took here. I think it's a very clear pick. Like, Rush of Battle is a card you can pick up late if it's the archetype is open. And also you just need more tokens than just one Ponyback. Sure. How many Rush of Battles would you run in one of these decks? 4, maybe more. Okay, so you want quite a few of them, but you can pick them up later. Exact deck, but maybe, probably over 4 in the perfect deck. All right, so Mardu Skull Hunter filling out. Now you've got 2 quality 2-drops. You've got a removal spell and a solid morph plus a speculative land. And the Blossoming Ends. Yeah, so let's take a look at pick 6 here for you, Shahar. Yeah, I mean, there's a Bloodstained Mire, then I'm looking at a Scoured Barrens. If this was the black-white fetch land, I would have taken it because tap lands are worse than the fetch lands. But this is the enemy color that I'm in right now. Scoured Barrens here? I'm definitely going to be black-white, and I don't know if I'm red or green yet, so I just want to take the Scoured Barrens. It's going to make my deck regardless. It's funny when these type of picks come up because I think people tend to think that these are about the same thing. It's just which colors do I want, but it doesn't actually play out that way. No. All right, so Scoured Barrens goes into your pile, and that brings us to pick 7 here. What do you like out of this pack? I'm black-white at this moment. Not sure what my third color is, but Mardu Hateblade is going to go in my warrior deck no matter what. Sure, and it's a nice little 1-drop for your deck. Good in the late game, good in the early game. It's just you really like that card, don't you? Yeah, it's really solid. Yeah, I also noticed that it says warrior, so that could pop up later. Let's take a look at your 8th pick. So this is the last unknown pack that you've seen here. And do you get anything that you love out of this one? Yeah, this is a really nice pickup for me, the Bloodfell Caves. It makes you must have been happy to see that. Yeah, it makes me think I can just be black-white and splash the Ponyback much easier if I'm getting these caves or like the Windscarred Crags pretty late. Not really sure what I'm doing right now, but I'm still black-white, probably red, not green. All right, so what I wanted to do is, let's take a look at your pick 9 from this pack, because that's going to show us what came back to you of the pack that you opened. Anything here? Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know what I took. Yeah. Maybe Dreadmaw, sure. There you go, whatever. 4/4. All right, so let's take a look at the pack as a whole. So this is what ended up, so you took the Dreadmaw, but then I look here. Right after the Dreadmaw, I get back a Hateblade, a Defiant Strike, and a Rush of Battle. Jeez. Yeah, so now I'm just like, okay, black-white is very open. The fact that I wield the Hateblade, it was awesome. Like, I just have 2 Hateblades now, Rush of Battle, Ponyback, and
couple like removal spell and 2/2 drops.
Yeah, and this is really nice too, right?
Really nice
you
pack.
pick up your pack, it's got 3 cards in it. One of them's a basic land,
like
and you pick a card that you're absolutely
it was
playing.
great.
All right, let's take a look at your second pack as we move forward in your draft. Ooh, I see a good one over here, but there's other things floating around here. What's your thought process on this pack, Shahar?
Yeah, I mean, there's a Chief of the Edge and a Siege Rhino, and I already had the Blossoming Sands, so I very easily could have taken the Siege Rhino and gotten black-white. But the way my black-white cards were looking, they were much better in an aggressive warrior deck and not like an Abzan deck. So I ended up taking the Chief of the Edge and passing the Siege Rhino.
How close is that for you?
It was very close.
Because this is one of the more powerful cards in the set, and
but
you
Chief
could
is
probably
really
cast
awesome
it.
in the black-white deck.
Yeah, that one's really powerful, and it seems to be a little more synergistic with what you're doing. I like that pick. Let's move on to the next one. Pack 2, pick 2 here, and
there's
not super exciting. What do you like here?
I took another 2-drop, not mediocre. He's a fine 2-drop in a Bonkin. There's a Rush of Battle, which I thought might be able to wheel now that I know that one wheeled 3 cards in the pack. Bloodsinmire maybe wheels. Maybe someone wants to money draft for it. But
what about Disown Ancestor? It is a warrior. It's a decent 1-drop. Is that the kind of card you want in this deck?
No, it's a lot better in the Abzan deck than it is in the warrior deck.
Where you can kind of grind it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the next one here.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy pick.
Yeah.
I actually looked at Mardu Skullhunter and I was very happy. And then the last card of the pack was Suspension Field.
You did the thing where you get to the end, and it was that?
It was Suspension Field. I was so happy. I was like, all right, there you go.
Wow, so that's
really
an easy
perfect
pick.
removal
Now,
spell.
So looking here, though, you've got a Mardu Skullhunter and a Mardu Hateblade, which are 2 cards you're interested in. When you look at it, do you think you can wheel one of these?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's possible, but it's also possible someone may have moved into either black or white, and because they saw them so late. But yeah, it's certainly possible. I was not like, the pack is not that great for for it to come back, and it's a little late in pack. So
okay, maybe a Defiant Strike. All right, let's take a look at your 4th pick here. I see over here there's a Mardu Charm. There's also a Kill Shot and Salt Road Patrol. Maybe not your.
And there's a Windscarred Crag.
And there's a Windscarred Crag, absolutely. Also a Hordling Outburst, which would go into your deck if you could cast it.
Yeah, it's really hard to cast that card in your black-white deck. Kill Shot is, again, a better Abzan card or a Jeskai card. Mardu Charm it was kind of a hedge because I wasn't really sure if I'm going to be like solid black-white splash red or just Mardu straight up.
Right.
But I wanted to take the Mardu Charm there.
So
it's still just a little bit better.
Did you feel a little guilty when you passed the Windscarred Crag? Like maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I did, but
I mean, this is a really powerful spell. It's hard to blame you for taking that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. And we've got some decent options here. Interesting to see a Mantis Rider floating around here, though it's not really in your range here.
I'm not even thinking of taking that.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those ones where you're like, oh, Mantis Rider. But what are you looking at for your deck?
There's Scoured Barrens and a Ride Down after I just took the Mardu Charm.
Okay.
But black-white is really the land that I want. I mean, the Windscarred Crag is also great, but I don't know. The Ride Down just seemed a little bit worse here than the Scoured Barrens. Especially after I took a Mardu Charm. I don't want to keep taking red cards when I'm already black-white. I want to stay like 3, 4 red cards maybe.
And this increases consistency of your deck quite a bit.
Definitely.
All right, let's take a look at the next pack. Pick 6 here. Here's another Windscarred Crag that we talked about. There's also a Sultai Scavenger over there.
The card's a warrior and it's a flyer.
Yeah.
And, just a really, really solid card in the black-white deck. I ended up taking the Sultai Scavenger. Again, passing another Crag, but there's so many lands.
I know, there's so many choices for lands, and you got that one really late, the Bloodfell Caves before. Let's take a look at your 7th pick here. And I see that there's a Student of Take Up Arms and a Hateblade, even a Karu Bloodsucker. What do you like out of this pack?
So when you know that Rush of Battle is coming 3 cards in the pack, you're just going to take the Take Up Arms.
Yeah,
it's just like
that's the combo,
card.
right?
Yeah, that or Ponyback Brigade is the combo.
Yeah. So a nice pickup for you there. Also gives you a little bit more top end. You don't have a lot of 5-drops.
And I have the Chief of the Edge already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a nice pickup. All right, and here's your last pick from pick 2.
Again, I get the Bloodfell Caves.
They're just floating around the table for you.
I'll take them.
So that's nice. Let's see what you wheeled out of this pack. This would be the 9th pick from pack 2. And again, there's lands just floating around here. But what do you like here?
I felt a little bit silly taking the Blossoming Sands after passing the Siege Rhino. But I was like, maybe I get Doom Blast.
Sure.
Maybe decide to splash for it after, depending on the matchup. So
I
ended up taking the Blossoming
All right, let's take
Sands.
a look at your pack overall. So the Sands, you got a Tracker, a Defiant Strike.
Yeah. And another, I got the Crag back,
Crag.
which was awesome. And the Canyon Lurkers, which is not great, but it's a morph if you need them.
Sure. Decent little curve filler there. All right, so let's take a look at your last pack now. First off, though, how are you feeling coming in this last one? This deck looks good to me.
Really good.
Yeah.
I mean, all these cards are coming back. Like, I'm just getting solid cards every pick, even when I'm wheeling good cards too. So yeah, I'm feeling great about.
All right, now what about here? I see there's a Nomad Outpost here. There's a Rush of Battle. This pack doesn't look great, but that Outpost had to catch your eye.
Yeah, at this point, I had 2 Bloodfell Caves, 2 Scour Barons, and a Windscarred Crag. So I had 5 lands.
You were actually well set.
Yeah, I had 5 lands, and I didn't really think I needed the Nomad Outpost. After I took the Take Up Arms, I just wanted to make sure I get the Rush of Battle.
Okay.
At least 2.
All right, let's look at the next pack here. And what about this one?
Yeah, I mean...
Leaping? I mean, you're probably not going to play a card like that. Maybe
but
another
again, the Bloodfell
Caves,
I didn't even think I need it. And it's probably just wheeling the way the draft has been going on. Like,
so you actually ended up over here.
Yeah, I ended up taking the 1,000 Winds because, as you see, like, the Bloodfell Caves might just wheel. I don't want the Bitter Revelation.
Right.
And 1,000 Winds is like a card I can actually lose to when I'm Rush of Battling.
Crazy. You're hate drafting your second picks. Must be nice. All right, next one. Let's move right through these here.
This was an interesting
Ascendancy,
pick.
There's a Mardu Hateblade, a Chief of the Scale. Wow, this pack looks good.
Yeah, this pack was awesome.
Highspire Mantis? What did you take here?
So I ended up taking the Mantis.
The Mantis, the red card.
And I'll explain why. The Mantis was the pick, and it was between Chief and, I guess, just Chief and Mantis.
Okay.
But I decided to take the Mantis because I was thinking that one of these was going to come back, and I wanted to guarantee that. And so that means I'm going to have, and I thought there was only one Mardu, other Mardu, or even just black-white Warrior Drafter. So if I take, like this, for example, then a Jeskai player can take the Highspire Mantis, and then the other Mardu deck can play this guy, and then I don't get anything. I mean, I can still get the Scavenger, but...
Okay, so you went for the Mantis.
So I took the Mantis and then was hoping to get the Mardu or Sultai, maybe even the Chief.
All right.
If it was the Chief of the Edge, I would have taken that Chief, though.
Yeah, because you wanted the power bump. All right, let's move right through these here. What do you take out of this pack, Shahar? Another Ponyback?
Ponyback Brigade. It's only my second one, and I have 2 Rush of Battles. So,
right.
Yeah.
So your next pick is?
Yeah, there's
maybe
Ponyback
another
Brigade.
one? But there's
also a Crackling Doom, and I have 5 lands already, so I can definitely cast it. So I just take the Crackling Doom.
That seems really solid. And again, you got to be just super happy at this point. And our next pick is?
Timely Hordemate over the Ponyback Brigade.
Now, why did you take that? This Ponyback Brigade makes 4 creatures out of 1 here, and you've got multiple Rush of Battles.
It does, but Timely Hordemate is also like, you can just freely attack and trade, and you have 2 Hate Blades.
All right. Here's another Rush of Battle, or a Feat of Resistance,
and a Mardu
Charm. So what did you take here?
Yeah, I took the Feat of Resistance here because I didn't have like a lot of instant speed tricks.
You wanted tricks?
Right, and the Mardu Charm costs 3, so it's not necessarily a trick on turn 3.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is your last pick of the pack.
Yeah, and of course I take the Rush of Battle here.
And then the next
happy
one.
with that.
Wow, this is just coming right together for you, Shahar. So let's take a look at the next pick here, which is?
Disown Ancestor.
But you're not that excited about that. And we can take a look at your whole pack here before we let you go, Shahar. And this looks beautiful.
Yeah, and you see here I got back the Mardu Ascendancy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. So great draft for you, Shahar. It really came together. You had to be super happy with that deck. Yeah.
Still am.
You still are? Yeah, you still got one more round. All right, well, for Shahar Shenhar, Marshall Sutcliffe, signing off from the Tournament Center.